take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest. Give him a taste of Kiwi. Show him you're the best. Give him a taste of Kiwi. You're better than the rest.
No, my hockey, my welcome back to another episode of the Kiwi NRL Podcast. As per usual, tonight I'll be your host, Lennie, Brookie, and through the magic of the spiderweb, we have our man Fergie. Ferg, he's back. He's on regular rotation.
I just added guest to Kiwi NRL Punter and good punts on my Instagram bio. So I'm trying to weasel my way in.
He's weaseling his way in there, and the fans have been screaming for him to come back. So you know.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, we're making him blush on YouTube. Look out.
Yeah.
How you been, mate? What have you been up to?
Brother, been good, eh? Been good. Training for a marathon, half marathon, sorry, not full marathon in July. So running heaps, just doing some light gym work just to keep the body limber, injury free because I've had a lot of injuries in my life.
Yes,
and that's kind of been my focus. I'm trying not to drink as much. I do have a Coke Zero in here, but I did just get the wife to chop to the shop to grab a couple of beers. So all in moderation, you know.
Correct.
And then outside of that, work's been good. Footy has been good. You know, it's a good time to be alive, to be a Warriors fan. So
yes, it is. Hey, when you're winning,
cannot complain. That's right.
Cannot complain. Is this your first half marathon? Have you done it? Have you done one before?
Yeah. It's the first actual event. Last year I did a March charge with my mates to raise money for cancer. And
cool.
Over the month of March, we ran 100 Ks, like over the 4 weeks. But then at the end of it, we ended up running a 22K hike, this kind of thing. But it's kind of different. Like, I don't consider it like an official 20 half marathon because there's lots of real steep hills that you're forced to walk. The half marathon, it's on the Gold Coast. It's dead flat. I'm just going to knock that one out, no stop, and then that's my goal. So not trying to win it. I've got no chance of winning it. I'm a bit big for that, but just achieve it.
Try and set a pace. Or just tick it off, really.
You know. And then have a few Guinnesses afterwards. I don't know if you can see that sign.
I can just see it. I can just see it.
I'll be finished with a lot of Guinnesses. How have you been, brother?
Yeah, good, bro. Yeah, we just went away. We got to a place in Taupo, holiday resort kind of style.
That looks good, man.
Bro, it's me. So good. Big TV screen. They usually play movies, but if there's a game on, they'll chuck that on. So there's a swim-up bar and everything.
Did they know you were... Did they know you were coming, did they?
Yeah, they did.
NRL Podcast.
That's exactly right. They just chucked it up. They said they knew he was here.
Let's go. That's it.
But yeah, no, it was great. We was that 3 nights there. So
wicked.
Yeah, good holiday. Because we got a bit of a public holiday in New Zealand on Monday. It was the King's birthday. Not my king, but anyway. But no, it was good, man. Refreshing. So now we're back. Short week, so a bit of work to catch up on. But you know, that is life. All right.
That's it.
We better keep moving. We'll thank the sponsors first. Shout out to Tough Luck Workwear, independent New Zealand workwear designed by tradies for tradies. Head along to www.toughluck.co.nz and use the code Kiwi NRL, all caps, to get 10% of the best off. High-vis casual wear, they've got it all. Really cool brand. So shout out to the guys there. So shout out to Fitzone, based in the towns of Matamata, Te Aroha, Paeroa and Waihi. Thank you for paying for my time to do some editing and stuff. We really appreciate it. But no, if you're looking, if you're doing a half marathon or something like that, you need a gym program to supplement that running because it's very important. Like you're saying, you know, you still got to keep on the weights. You still got to be doing your flexibility and mobility. So
that's 100% right. I highly recommend it. Fitzone, baby.
Fitzone will sort you out. And then also shout out to Mortgage IQ, the bro Dre there. Anything to do with buying a house, remortgaging, looking at investment properties, anything like that, the Bro Dre will help you out. So just go along to Mortgage IQ. You'll find them on Instagram. I think they're on TikTok as well. Got some really good content on there. And then just Google them and you'll be able to find them and they'll help you out. Mouthful, getting too many sponsors, bro.
Hey, that's not a bad thing. That's good.
No, it's great. We're very thankful.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right. We'll roll into the questions, mate. You had one sent through to you, mate. What have we got there? What's that one?
I put it up a bit late, like today, but it came through nonetheless. Excuse me while I find it. And it was actually a really good question because, generally you get a lot of the same questions, and
a lot of the repetitive questions.
and sometimes it's even just people just talking shit.
A lot of the time it is, yes.
Well, this one here is from the Ash Sheldon. Sorry about that. He's got a picture of a lovely dog, so nice picture. He said, best tips for a new punter, what to look for, who to follow, and are the premium subscriptions worth getting? So I thought this is a really good question because obviously the Kiwi punter has a subscription and for a new punter, like what's your experience? What would be your advice for a new punter?
Basically, I think if you're looking at, especially with Canes, I can speak well about Canes because I'm involved with Kane. He's massive on actual analysis, whereas I'm more of like a mover and a feeler. But it's good if you're a new punter.
Good balance.
Yeah, I find it is. But if you're a new punter, it's good. You pay him a small premium and he puts up, all his best chances. And what I like is that with Kane or with any main of the premium tips is they're usually giving out reasons and a bit of, what's the word? Not evident. Yeah, like evidence, statistical analysis to prove why this bet is a higher chance of landing. Obviously, it doesn't always go that way, but it's a good place to start. Yeah. And then you can add a bit of your own flavour too. Obviously, you only want to bet with what you can afford. That's where you can get into trouble. But even a couple of dollars at like props to score tries, like we often talk about it as well. That's good odds. They're good odds for a reason because it's probably a lesser chance of coming in. But I think the premium subscriptions are definitely good if you're starting out. And so basically he's doing all the analysis, which if you think about it, it's a lot of work. So you pay a small fee and you get the bets he thinks is
and he actually had a really great weekend on the punt too. I think
crazy weekend.
He had a couple of days where he went 100% on his tips.
Yeah,
it might have just been the Sunday or the Saturday, but
I think it was the Sunday, the Warriors game and the
the Warriors game. I think he hit 5 out of 5, and then the last game he hit 4 out of 5. So the chances are there and the odds are there for him. So I definitely would recommend Kane if you're looking just to have a bit of a punt. Like for me, when I first started, I always found like I didn't like taking other people's tips because like I felt if I lost, it just felt like I didn't really have much kind of I don't know what you call it, skin in the game. Like it didn't really feel
accountability.
So I personally, so I struggle to like even my friends' tips that they tip me on horses that they really good. Like I usually kind of bet a bit scarcely because I don't really know much about it unless like. And I always try to, when I hear a good tip, like go look at the horse or go look at the person and then look at my own statistics, do my own rough analysis and like, believe it for myself. And that's why I think with Kane, having the statistics behind you give you a way clearer, like reason to bet on it. When a lot of the time with horses, you just get, have a go at this one each way. And then when it loses, you kind of feel a bit like nothing, like why did I just bet on that?
Why did I do that? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Kane's was pretty good. I definitely like to like do a bit of my own research and kind of bet on what I actually enjoy watching. So like if I can't watch a race, I won't I'll bet on it, even if someone tips me blue, like swear this is going to win, because I find that you're just kind of betting aimlessly, where if I can watch the game or I can watch the sport, then I'm more inclined to enjoy the game, because if the bet loses but it was really close, then at least I enjoyed the entertainment out of it, because like I always consider betting is only entertainment purposes and I'm not actually trying to make money, because at the end of the day, as good as we all are, I think over the long run, it's the house's game, really.
Yeah. No, you're correct, bro. And I think using a bit of the analysis and then a bit of your own spice is also good too.
Yeah.
Like you said, and I think it's a really good point. Something I need to be better at is actually, if you're betting on something, you're actually watching instead of having like all these
It's
bets
hard,
on.
eh?
Yeah, but it's a really good point. Like if you're trying to because it can be a fickle mistress, the old gambling. You can get swept away in it.
Yeah.
But I think if you're watching it, that's probably a good place to start because it gets back to the reason probably why you're doing it is for entertainment, right?
Mm.
And it's
That's it. And that's why I love feel bets, like you said, like omen bets, feel bets, because they're just enjoyable. Like,
yeah,
I was at
having a
my
bit of a laugh.
brother-in-law's.
Yeah,
I was at my brother-in-law's bucks party at the Crown Casino, Star Casino in Sydney, and he's getting married to I should know her name, Mandy. Her name's Mandy. And there's a horse out of the blue. We're all just drinking. It was
Mandy.
it was like 8 or 9 o'clock, and there's a horse up on the board said "Loving Mandy," and everyone's like, "Everyone, get on
Mate,
it! We're all drunk, has been drinking for 12 hours," and everyone like puts a bet on. And half the people missed out because they're too drunk and slow. And we watched this thing go from next to dead last to run home and win the race by a nose, and we all just cheered like we won the Melbourne Cup, and it was the best omen, no form, nothing in it. We just it was meant to be, and it just made the whole weekend and shit like that. I just love having a punt, like
that's when it's fun.
And it was paying like $8 or something like it's not the favourite, it's not a short $1.50, but that shit is the best day.
That's funny when you got a group like that and that happens. Like definitely the omens are just too funny. That's like the other weekend we had Abel Willie. I always back the Willies just because it's funny to yell out. Like, so I think Kane came down. And then anyway, we walk into the pub and I'm big on number 5s as well.
Yeah,
and then
me too.
The first thing I seen was Abel Willie, number 5, Chris Waller training it. And it was paying quite a bit.
Aligning.
Paying about $17. And I was like, oh yeah, sweet. Hit that straight away. And it won. But the best thing was yelling out like, hit that Willie, smack that Willie, like,
Whoop that Willie.
That's right. Because it's in public and like, I don't know, you're yelling at the TV. It's just, it's a bit immature.
Normal. That's it. And that's it. But that's half the fun, right?
That's what makes it fun. Correct.
Yeah, it's like not getting too consumed in winning, like and gambling too. Like it's obviously you want to win money, and you shouldn't be. You should always gamble within your means. Gamble responsibly. You win some, lose more. Disclaimer.
Yes.
But like betting within your means, because when I first started, and I was single in Australia, and when I was pretty young, I just I would spend my whole age on drinking and gambling every weekend because I knew I was getting paid on Monday. But it gets exhausting when you just start losing all money and you're not even invested in your bets.
Well, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I actually got this. I've actually got this long story. I won't say it now, but I'll say it another time about how I started betting on horses. But it's about a good 5 minutes long, so I'll leave that for another time.
We'll be looking forward to that for the next one. That's for sure.
It's a good one. But yeah, so that was my question. So great question, and thanks very much, the Ashton. I can't read for shit. I can't. The Ashton.
It's the last time Ferg's reading out anyone's name.
It's not even molding. It's not even. It's not even a colander. It's a. Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
dyslexic. I'll say that. No, I'm not.
All right, so we've got a couple come through here. This is from my brother Timo Brookie. Shout out. Is CNK the best fullback New Zealand has had? This is quite the statement. Has had?
I have to say no.
I wouldn't say he's probably I wouldn't say he's the most talented. The best. Who's the best fullback New Zealand's had?
I'm biased to say Roger Tuivasa-Sheck.
He was pretty good.
If we had to do it all time, it goes him. And then I'd probably say Lance O'Hire.
I love Lance O'Hire.
Oh, me too. And it's hard because nostalgia kicks in because then I'm thinking Kevin Locke.
Brent Webb. Brent Webb would have had a good run.
Yeah, so it's hard because all these different moments in time I hold so highly. But CNK, you can't deny his effort. His effort is up there with some of the best.
His effort is what makes him who he is. Yeah. Is he the best?
That's right. I just can't
that's
say
a
he's
hard
the best.
question. Who else would I put? I'm just trying to think about the fullbacks. So, I mean, Joey Manu played a bit of fullback, outstanding there.
Oh, did you say? Wait, are we saying Kiwi best?
Yeah, best Kiwi
Man,
fullback.
I was
Yeah.
thinking Warriors. My bad. True.
No, Kiwis all around. Like so.
Yeah. Oh,
So you got Matthew Ridge. He was a Warrior for a bit.
yeah. Because when you said true. Good question.
So I really do, like you said, massive effort player. He's the man. Best Kiwi fullback we've ever had.
Would you have to say proved in the Kiwi jumper? Because I would say he doesn't on the international stage. I don't think he's done enough to be considered one of the best.
I mean, part of it, it's not his fault, but he's very versatile as well, which is kind of
That's right.
in the international scene. He's quite often moved so they can get someone else in the team.
That's right. He'll play the centres or that's right.
He can play anywhere, halves. In saying that Pac Champs, when we smoked Aussie, he got player of the Pac Champs, I believe.
That's a good point.
And he got player of that day.
That was all time, actually. That was pretty good.
So,
but who was
I don't know. It's a hard one.
Who was the fullback when the Kiwis won the World Cup? 2008?
That was Lance Hauhaya.
I'm going to have to say him then, I reckon. He'd probably be...
Because that little period where we had him, Jerome Ropati, and then Manu Vativai, they had a mad season for the Warriors, and then they were the combination for the Kiwis as well. Yeah. That was a really nice combination. Lance Hauhaya, the Huntley Hurricane.
Yeah, I love that. Love the guy.
That's a hard question, Timo. I'm going to say... Question, I'm going to say no, but he's up there. He's up there.
I think he could be. He's still got time in the game,
Oh yeah, for sure.
So who knows? Maybe this international season he has an absolute blinder, leads us to, Pacific Cup win, whatever tournament we got at the end of the year, and then into the next World Cup.
It's just hard with someone like Kinney. I don't think Keanu Kinney can probably play anywhere else. So that's another thing where,
true.
With Chance, because he can play so many positions, they're probably going to kick. Chance will probably need to be in the team, but because he's a movable piece, he'll probably get moved, and therefore, then Kinney will probably be the fullback. And
say we got a rock solid team. So we got Joey Manu right centre, left centre. We have Sebastian Chris, right? So we can't fit him in the team. Like wingers, we got Dalen and. A number of players that really, the kicker.
Ronaldo, Isako.
Yeah, that's right. And then the big brick. So then we got nowhere to put him. You can't put him on the bench, right?
Don't know. He's played there before.
At that point, would you put Kinney over CNK? Or would you have to play CNK?
I think he makes the squad. They both make the squad, whether or not they're in the 18. Depending on who we're playing, maybe. You got injuries. I think CNK is great re-injuries. Like, you have to have him in the squad.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he might be 18th man or... It's a hard one. Because he probably does deserve to probably have that mantle, like with the way he's playing at the moment. But
I think his leadership should probably go, like his experience should hold some value as well. And obviously, Kenny being young probably might play against him in that aspect where he might miss out. Unless he comes back from injury and has an absolute blinder the rest of the season type thing. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, good question.
Yeah, but it'll see depending on how Kenny goes. That leads into this other question I've got. Obviously, the Ashes are back. Kangaroos playing England. They've had their dates out for quite some time of when the games are. What's doing with the Pac Champs? What is doing?
Is Ashes League?
Yeah, so it's the first time they've had the league Ashes in, I think, 18 years. 18 years?
Didn't even know.
So they used to do it all the time. It used to be quite frequent. So they've got 3 games over in Aussie because what they're doing is so you got the 4 teams in the Pac Champs, one always goes to England. So the year before that was
that's right. Yeah,
Tonga, Samoa went. And then Samoa went first, sorry. Then Tonga, yeah. So now it's Australia's turn. And it's the Ashes series, but they have their 3 games. They nearly sold them all out already in England. Wow. This is it pains me. Okay, because we obviously know who is in the Pac Champs this year. So it's Kiwis, Tonga, and Samoa. We know they're playing. Why in the fuck is there no schedule
Yeah.
There's nowhere. Where are we playing? Like, we should be marketing it. We should be selling those tickets out.
Yeah.
But cricket's absolute crickets, and it really fucks me off because it's obviously that, like, because New Zealand is obviously, we're going to have a couple of most of the games, surely.
Yeah.
Maybe
You'd have to, right?
Well, Aussie's not in the actual.
Yeah. Because, like,
20,
isn't the marketing, because there was something that happened with it last year where the marketing was quite poor as well. And, like, I think it was left down to the actual clubs, right? Like the actual international things to market their own or something, not the NRL. Because I remember the game that was at the Suncorp, like, I can't remember who played, but I didn't even know until the week of that it was on. And I was like,
correct.
Yeah, and there's heaps of tickets available. And I was like, oh, fuck, weird. But then, it didn't go. But, like, I hope that doesn't happen again. But, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Looks like it is.
It must be a whole
it's
different,
happened the last
board.
Yeah, because I think what happens is, like, I get it if we don't know who's playing. I get that. But we definitely know who's playing. It's Tonga, Samoa, New Zealand, which that'll be a mean series. I'm looking forward to it.
100%. Absolutely.
But where is the marketing? Where are the tickets?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, let's fucking do something here. It's just
if the
strange that
sold out. Yeah.
Because I remember last year I spoke to someone at New Zealand Rugby League and they were waiting for the NRL to literally sign it off. But I was like, but you already know who's playing.
Yeah. What are they signing off?
What are they signing off?
Yeah. You guys are coordinating the games, right?
Yeah, so it's like the same shit again. But yet England and Aussie, like England's games, they're always locked in. So they'll have, I remember last year you could see when the English games were, like, by April, which is the same now. And they are selling tickets, they're marketing it. This is what we need to be doing.
Yeah, especially if, like, there's so much more emphasis on trying to, grow the international game, getting people to actually attend the games and view the games is probably one of the priority things they want to do to actually grow it. So it makes no sense not to be able to promote it.
Especially, it just takes some planning, right? And just get onto it early.
It's exactly. Earlier the better. And we know they generally host it because I'm terrible with dates. Like, how long after October, like this, the grand final?
There's usually a couple-week break and they're into it.
Yeah, fair enough. So they stay fit enough. Yeah, so
and it just gives
October roughly.
Yeah, and it usually gives the people in the finals a couple of weeks to kind of get over the bumps and bruises and the hangovers.
So 5 months ish.
It's just like the English and Kangaroos tickets have been out for over a month, nearly 2 months.
Yeah, wow.
So where is it? It's obviously mostly going to be in New Zealand. It's New Zealand, Samoa, Tonga. I'm not sure what else they really need to figure out. So it's doing my head in.
Yeah.
Like,
you should try and reach out to somebody. We should, because, like, there's got to be someone that can answer a question, whether it's in the New Zealand Rugby League or whether it's Stacey Jones. There's got to be someone who has to be able to know some information. Like, if it's pending based on something else, then fair enough. But they should definitely be advising people because there's a whole group of people like yourself that want to attend these games. And if there's, like, Pacific Islanders and Kiwis in Australia that want to attend them, that they find out that they're not going to be in Australia, they need to know as soon as possible so they can, they can book the tickets, book the flights, and get all their stuff, like, locked in, not just last minute, 2 weeks away.
Well, it's happened the last three, like, pack champs. When they had that game in Hamilton, people didn't even bloody know. Like, so you had 14,000 people there, but so many people didn't know it was on.
That's so disappointing because
it was last minute.
Yeah, I expected the Hamilton to be, like, full packed stadium to the brim, and heaps of nudie runs.
Well, it should be, man. But it's just they just don't. It's just so frustrating. Like, they're saying all these things we need to do to grow the international game. How about just fucking market it to start with?
That's right. Exactly.
How about get organised to start with? Like, it's not fucking rocket science.
And how hard is it to promote a massive game, like these massive games like this? Like,
these are going to be sick.
All these superstars that are going to be playing in the games, that'll be the easiest marketing ever. Buying tickets, they're going to cost this much at this state.
Tonga versus Samoa always goes off. 100%. Samoa versus New Zealand or Tonga versus the Kiwis, that always pops off.
Yeah,
this has the potential. There's the potential to have all the games sold out.
Yeah,
but we won't because we're disorganized. It's just frustrating. Anyway,
Nah,
give
absolutely.
me a job. I'll do it.
Disappointing. Yeah, listen here, NRL. Listen here, bloody
I'll do
Kiwis.
it for you.
Yeah,
I'll
you change.
do it for you.
Yeah, you change your bio. No, not your bio. Your handle to official NRL podcast. Kiwi NRL Kiwi podcast. Official.
There you go.
Do it.
There you
Do
go.
it.
But
New title.
it's just mind-boggling. If the English and Australia games can be up and be nearly sold out, and they're marketing it very well, why the fuck do we not have ours? Anyway, I'll move on. Otherwise, I'll keep going all night.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna. You're very passionate about
Okay.
that. I like it.
Anyway, this one's from Andy Kane. Girl Andy. Shout out to Andy. She's a friend of my wife, and she's also an avid listener.
Awesome.
She's got she sent through quite a few questions. She's a massive Wars fan and sports fan. So here we go. How much longer do we keep letting Luke Metcalf kick goals before we think we should mix it up? Great question. What do you think?
I don't know. It's hard because like I'm a believer in like practicing in the box seat, right? Like learning under pressure, getting better under pressure, and you can't do that if you don't miss in the game. So like,
True.
It's so hard. But like when I used to kick back in my heyday, I used to play on the rule: if I miss 3 kicks in a row, I'll relinquish to the boys.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a massive, big, different kettle of fish. So I don't know if they play. Well, the New South Wales boys did that. You know, Nathan Cleary missed 3 in a row, and he subbed it to Thingy, and then he missed it.
Lomax and he missed it. Baller shirt.
Maybe we should let them know. Do you guys know the 3 miss pass on rule? Because who's our alternative kickers again? Like we've got a couple, don't we?
Yeah, Adam Pompey's probably the most legitimate one outside of Luke.
Experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty good strike rate too, I believe. Luke has managed to jag quite a few of the easier ones, which is probably why people are getting a bit thrown off. I mean, you need to be getting your kicks in close games to win games. I think you're right. I think there's still time. He can still, but my patience is getting a little bit thin.
Oh, I get so irritated.
It's been a long season. Like, how many rounds are we through? I'm like,
yeah, that's right. But it's kind of hard. Like you're right. Where it's the close ones that hurt the most. When they're wide and they shave the sides and they just miss it, that's fine. But like when you shave the sides of the close ones,
of a gimmick, almost.
That's that. Well, pretty. I genuinely believe anything 15 meters to the sides of a post is a gimme for any professional goal kicker. That's a gimme. That's like me. That's like me making a 2-foot putt. You know, I should be able to do that every single time. But if it's outside that, then you get a bit of. There's
variance. There's variance.
Yeah, exactly. So it is hard. I think he's aware of it, and he will be practicing.
He'll be aware.
Yeah, that's right. Every single person thinking it. But like, if we jump to Pompey, we're going to someone who doesn't kick every game. So it's kind of like...
Or hasn't been, So then he's probably going to have to start off again and then...
Yeah, he's going to find his form and get back into kicking the routine.
I'm assuming they're all practicing at practice. Yeah. That's just my assumption. Yeah. I don't know if you remember last year when Chanel went through that period where he was the only kicker because Pompey got injured and Sean was injured.
Yeah, that's right.
And then an interesting comment from Sean after was that on his podcast was he's a third up kicker, so he got no reps in that week. Which I found Chanel Harris to be that. So that's what Sean Johnson said. In my personal opinion, if you're the third up kicker, surely you're getting reps in during the week still.
100%.
If your name's delivery.
Sorry, delivery. Hello. Hey, Bubba. Look at that. Perfect. Thank you,
that's
darling.
Great.
Look, I asked for a low
go.
calorie. Cheers.
Better beer.
Thank you. Bye. Don't touch that. Love you.
Love you. Don't touch anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I 100% would be expecting anyone that has, because like in a game, anything can happen. So I don't know why anyone who has the ability to kick, I expect them to be practicing it. Like
should be getting reps.
Well, it's like if you think, there's a chance I might be able to kick in this game, kick in a game. I'm practicing that 100% because it's like, it's the unknowing which is going to kill you. So it's why not get in.
I just
what you
found that
can.
interesting.
And it's not like kicking is that like consuming. You spend 15, 20 minutes at the end of a training or before training. Yeah, obviously you're stretching correctly and not overdoing it on like a big cardio, a big fitness day. But I don't understand that. Getting the reps, and that's odd by Sean as well. I would have thought.
Yeah, because I thought that was strange. I'm like, what do you mean he didn't get any reps in?
Yeah.
He's a kicker. He's down on a list of kickers.
Yeah.
If you're on the kicker list, I'm assuming you're getting the reps in. But anyway, I digress. So the verdict is Luke should probably – he's got a couple more chances. Let's get another one.
Yeah,
Tennis Dallas Smith. What are we doing with Tamati Martin and Tane Tuopiki? We re-signing them. Are we re-signing them? Tennis, I'm not sure what she means about Tanner, but are we re-signing Tamati Martin and Tane? I personally think, Dallin played a much better game. RTS had a great game. But I personally think Tane he'd probably deserve to keep his spot on that wing position.
Yeah.
And my personal opinion was that Dal should have probably maybe worked his way back into the team. I know who he is and all the rest, but I felt like Tane can only be the filling guy he's too good to be the filling guy. You can only do that for a little while longer.
Yeah.
And I just felt with Dal, with his history of injury the last couple of years, if we're looking forward, probably Tane's probably our man. So I want to be re-signing Tane. I can't see Tamati Martin probably maybe even playing on. I think he wants to stay in New Zealand, but I'm not sure. What do you reckon? Would you re-sign both of them?
I think Tane, you're 100% right with Tane with Dalen. Dalen was obviously our top try scorer a couple of years ago, and he has the ability to be one of the top wingers. But yeah, I think coming back from injury and the way Tane's if Tane wasn't playing well, he'll come straight back in. Yeah. But because of how good Tane was, I definitely think he deserved to hold his spot on the right. I think RTS is probably a little bit too good not to to be playing.
I agree.
In the New South Wales Cup. So then, I think unfortunately it would be him. I get it, Tane's young, but you still, in my opinion, you need to be rewarding these players for the good performances.
100%.
As a club, you'd look at that as like, oh man, Tane has been faultless, and he still gets dropped. And and this is with all due respect to Dalen, he hasn't been playing great footy, but yet Tane's been one of the best in New South Wales Cup every week as well as in the NRL. What more can he do? And that's where a lot of people, even out, not just Tane, people see that and think, if I get my chance, I'm never going to start because, they're obviously going to prefer this player over me because it
doesn't matter what you do almost.
Yeah, and that's right. So then they're like, I might go to the Bulldogs and zone my early leaves,
get
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I would definitely sign Tane because I think he's a great backup fullback. I would also re-sign if Tamati Martin wants to stay in New Zealand and he's happy to take unders. I don't know what he's on, but I'm assuming he's probably on 300 grand, maybe 250. I don't think he'd be on a bigger contract because of his age.
Massive, yeah.
I think he could definitely earn a lot more if he went to Super League or even if he went to another club in the NRL. But if he wants to stay in New Zealand, he wants to continue fishing and hunting because I love seeing his Instagram. He's out there on horseback, riding, hunting, doing all the stuff he loves with his family. 100%.
I don't think he'd go back to Aussie or Super League. So I think he might toil away and just fill in when he needs to.
Yeah.
And just get a couple hundred a year, which is all good.
Because that's it. Most people. His experience in the game to help guide
100%.
Tanner Boyd, help guide Sam Healy, all these young players coming through is worth 100% of that money, even if he doesn't play one NRL game. People forget that, the impact that these key figures players have throughout training and even just little things like a little bit of talk, like getting your stuff ready, turning up professional and being organised, they impact the next generation of how they're going to turn out. So I would sign both of them and
well said. Sure. I think also, even if he plays one game NRL a year, his impact in New South Wales Cup with these young guys would be huge. Yeah, so I agree. You're answering these very well, Fergie. You're answering this very well.
Probably shouldn't drink my beers.
Who do we bring in now? This is from Andy as well. She's really on fire. Who do we bring in now that Mitch is out? Not sure Bunty has the ticket, but do we develop? Good question again, Andy. I agree. I think whether Bunty can hit the heights that we need him to be, I think he's a great bench forward. But I think we've seen quite a few lapses last time. But I think we've got enough young forwards coming through. I think Ford's been great. Valmunga's been great. And you got Tanner Stowell-Smith coming through. So I think there's enough there. With Fish, I think the main thing is we need to either have Mitch or Fish with these young guys. And you got Aaron Clark there. Marata near Corday around them. He's very experienced. What do you reckon? Like, is there do we need to fix anything, or do you think we're
obviously no one replaces Mitch Barnett just because that's
the hole he leaves. Yeah,
that's it. He just you said the King's birthday the other day. He's not my king. I was like, as soon as you said not my king, I was like in my head, Mitch Barnett would be my king. I've just always loved him, mate. Even when he's at the Knights,
I've loved his attitude.
I always really liked his just aggression. He played on the edge. I used to back him every other week and score tries just because he'd run the short ball
so hard,
with his body on the line every time, and I gave him so much respect. So
I was actually surprised. I was surprised the Knights let him go. When I thought when we were signing him, I was like, "What?" Like I was like, "Yes."
I celebrated so much. I was like, "You are so dumb. What you guys need are more Mitch Barnetts. You release Mitch Barnett, and you sign Adam. No, who's that guy from the Doggies? Adam Elliott.
Adam Elliott,
yeah. I'm like,
it was an interesting swapperoo, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was great for us. But in terms of forwards moving forward, Ford has been playing really well. I would have liked to seen Tower Smith.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Stowell-Smith. Yeah, Stowell-Smith. Anyway, that guy. He's bald.
The bald guy. The bald 21-year-old giant. I would love to see him back up after his debut because for me, he was solid. He was really great. Ran
very
well.
good.
Lot of good positives. And then the next week we lose both our forwards, Mitchie through Origin and Fish through suspension, and he didn't play on. I thought that was real strange.
That was a bit weird, eh? Good point. I actually didn't think of that. But why wouldn't he have played the week after? Yeah,
100%. Yeah. So then I think he'll do a great job this week filling his spot, and I genuinely believe he'll be our future for. He kind of even looks like Mitch Barnett, like the same physical
he looks
shape,
good,
and he's 21. So
Bro,
I
he's
think
big.
He
looks mobile. He looks athletic,
Mitchie and Fish, and that work ethic and that aggression. I think we're going to be safe for the future. And Valmunga is going to be a great. He could even be a great prop. Lock back for us in the future. Lock back rower. Prop. He could go so many different ways and succeed. Like he's. Yeah, actually, I don't know what I was going to say because I don't want to replace Aaron Clark because he's great, but he's just they're two very great players. I think we're solid off the bench if Aaron Clark needs a rotation.
A breather, yeah. Because he will at some stage. I think with who we have, with Aaron, with Marata and Fish, Mitch going obviously not fillable void. But I don't think it's full panic stations.
No.
It is obviously gutting. It'd be better if he was in the team. But I think with what we're starting to build with the young guys coming through, I think we're okay. I think we're a better team with Mitch in, but I think we're okay.
And that's it. And I think the good opportunity we have is that if we start lacking the middles, like Marata goes back to prop and then Capewell goes back to back row and we're solid again. Ali Lassolo goes onto the centre. Bang, bada bing, bada boom. You got a gangster team still, and you got a more secure middle with experience. So, I think we've got good options and good versatility.
Yeah, I think that's what they've done well. I think Warriors with their signings and bringing young guys through, that a lot of them, there's a few different options. So if someone goes down, we can swap them out. I think we'll be okay. All right. There's questions. Shit, we spent a bit of time on those, but great questions. Thanks for sending those through. So the next bit will be a little bit shorter, but we'll review the round bean.
I do love a good question though. It's a good engagement, yeah.
Oh, it's just good topics, and you can get. And then sometimes we get the odd one that I haven't thought about, or
100%, absolutely.
All right, what round was it last round? Round 13, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't even know.
I think. Who did the Warriors play? Rabbitohs? Yeah, it was round. All right, Dragons defeat the Knights 20-6. I had Dragons in my picks. I'm well off the Knights. Did you have any thoughts on that game, mate?
I had I had the Knights. I can't remember too much about it. No, nothing really stood out to me. Yeah, disappointing. I think the coach from the Knights is if I was the Knights, I'd be wanting to sack him. But I think he's going to be paid out too much money to sack him, so they won't do it.
Yes, I need to have to.
Yeah,
Is that a fair whack though? Is that a fair whack? He's been there a while.
Yeah, he's been there for so long, and he had one good season last year or the year before last. Where
it's when the Warriors kicked them out. 23. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, probably not the best idea to be re-signing him, but yeah, disappointing for them. Probably disappointing for Knights fans. Dragons was good.
They were good.
Clint Gutho was good.
No, he was moving and grooving. He's been a great signing for the Dragons, I reckon. Oh, Gutho. All right, next game, Titans go down to the Storm. I think they had the Storm like most people. What do you reckon with the Titans, man? Are they done or? I mean, they've got so much potential, but they always have.
Yeah, I won't I think their season's done, but as like a team that can disrupt team, I won't write them off for that. I think they got a big bogey team against the Broncos this weekend, and Broncos are on the downward spiral. They got a couple people back, so I'll be interested to. I'll talk about that later, but I think they can still upset teams. I expect the Storm to do a lot bigger of a job. My best bet of the week last week was Pappenhausen to score, which he didn't, so I was a bit disappointed on that. Titans kind of, they tested them for a bit, but they just ultimately can't compose an entire game. So
they can't pull a whole game together, no. I see Big Nas was playing at lock too. If that was correct.
He rolls around, eh? He came in late because obviously I think they rested Trent Loiero to the bench.
Yeah. And then Jerome Hughes, obviously, again, playing a fairly solid game from memory. For Kiwi boys, they're the two that were kind of getting around the park. Sweet. I think Storm, they still had the odd blip on their radar, but do you think they're not up there, or do you think would you say they could be winning it?
Well, there's one thing that I've always I can't remember if I heard it or someone told me or I just thought it. I can't remember where it came from, but every year, like coaches like Craig Bellamy, they tend to build into the finals. They don't they have these great games and they compose, but they don't worry too much about a little bad form as long as they're building into what the end of the season looks like, because obviously that's what you want to win. And I think they're still trending well. They're not the full dominant team that they used to be, but I don't at no point do I think that they couldn't win this comp. I think they're one of the still main contenders to win it. So I won't. You
can't tip them out yet. You can't get rid of them yet, which is fair call. And you're right with building into it, because longer season, you don't want to be peaking too early, for sure. Cowboys get there 32-28. From memory, wasn't there like a flurry of tries at the end?
Tigers
from the Tigers, yes.
Yeah, so 18 minutes left in the game. 4 tries in 18 minutes. One missed kick from Dewey, and they lost by 4. But it was actually a pretty good game. I tipped the Tigers in this one because these two teams. I can't remember who said the stat. It might have been the Kiwi Punter or it might have been NRL stats guy. But it was like the last 3 or 4 games these two guys have played together, they've had like over 60 or 70 points, total points. And it pretty much matched up like that. It was 60 points. But I like the Tigers for a bit of a bogey over the Cowboys. And, the Cowboys don't mind a little bit of a turn off as well. They don't generally put together a full game. But what I really didn't like is I personally don't like John Bateman. I just think he's a dick. I think he's just an arrogant dick. And he's been horrible all season. He's been absolutely woeful for him. But he keeps holding the spot. And then he probably played one of the best games he played all year against his old team, because he's been talking so much shit about them last year when he left.
He was,
And then he's just like, the game's on the line. He's doing this to the crowd, like, come on. And I'm like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this animated cunt? Like, but I really wanted him to lose, but they look pretty good. Jackson Pordue at 6 actually looks real good. Great running game. Dearden looks like a really solid future 7 for the team. Nana was exactly like Origin. They keep kicking to him. He was, breaking the
Great
line,
target.
contesting all the balls. And Drinkwater was the slippery drink he is. So, Cowboys at their height, they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team.
They've got all the pieces, right? They got all the pieces.
That's
They
right.
just, like you said, they just can't seem to do the whole 80 yet.
That's it.
But when they do, they'll obviously can put it on for sure.
That's it.
Broncos absolutely flop again, 34-6. They go down to the Eagles at 4 Pines Park.
Who'd you tip?
I think this is one I got wrong. I'm like, they've got too good a team on paper. They have to pull
I
it
say
together
that
at some
every
point.
week.
Every week, and
I
then
say that every week about the Broncos.
they got me again, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm done with with tipping. I think I'm done. They come around and win this weekend, but
They
after
will.
that, I haven't got much to say about it. But any thoughts on that game?
Had a blinder. Olokwatu.
Yep,
Scored
it
a
was
double.
massive.
He looked like such an exciting back rower. I feel like he played a lot better than he has been playing. I think he's been pretty quiet, especially the week before when they lost. He was really good.
That's probably one knock on him, I think, is when under the pump, he seems to go missing a bit.
100%.
When they got a roll on, he's all over it, which is sweet. But I just find when someone needs to put their hand up and get them out of the shit, he's not really.
That's right. He's not a gritty grinder. He's not a and I think that's probably what's holding him out of Origin. Like I think he had an opportunity this year to really take it by and be the Hudson Young in that team. But unfortunately. But is that Foyalo, is he Kiwi?
I believe he's eligible, but whether
he was a good player. He played real well. He was
very good.
Well. Yeah.
There weren't many Kiwi standouts in that game, as the majority of them were in the Broncos, and they got pumped. Yeah. So we'll keep moving. Rabbitohs go down just 30-36 against the Wars. A few Kiwis in this one, obviously. Thoughts on the game, mate, and who stood out to you from a Kiwi perspective in this one?
What a game. Absolutely loved it. Who stood out for me was obviously C&K. He was massive. Running meters, effort to the last minute was really big.
Outstanding.
Aaron Clark, normal. He was just consistent through the middle.
It's just broken record with Aaron, eh?
It is. That's right. It's just copy and paste.
It's just copy and paste every week.
Who else? That's a great question.
I was trying to think. Obviously, Rog played for Samoa, but he's a Kiwi. I thought that was one of his better games. Obviously, got a double, but I thought his work, getting involved, I think he's starting to get his groove with like timing to get involved in the game.
Yeah.
Those breaks down the left side there, like even getting on the back of like Chans, like it's just I think they're really starting to get that groove, and I really like him at left centre.
I think you're right. Like I noticed at one point, Schnell took a run to the left side, and then C&K took a run to the left side, and then like there was shape going back to the right, but Schnell was either in the ruck or he was on the left side or on the short side, and RTS was running the shape on the back. And they played a short ball or played two passes to the middle, and then RTS went back to his wing. But I love the fact that he's roaming over there to be in that if C&K can't make it. I think that really opens up what RTS can do and the ability to have dangers
both of them in the team.
Over. Yeah, that's right. So, because what I'd hate is that RTS feels obliged to stay on the wing to wait
just to stay in his wing.
Yeah,
do some hit ups
type shit. Yeah. Because, man, if I'm coaching RTS, I'd say, you tell me what you want to do, and we'll make that work.
Because I think the other thing, too, because Chance gets involved a lot, so there will be opportunities, because there's only one of Chance, and he can't do any more than run 300-something meters. So I think what I have really liked is there's been a couple of Chance breaks, and then RTS is backing up. So I think just another option, swinging up, backing up, pushing up on breaks. Like RTS, obviously, the speed of the man, like, he played fullback. That was one of his best attributes, 100%. Was him backing up people, making breaks. So I think I've noticed that he's been hunting around there, so I really like that.
That's good because, like, I think earlier in the season, it was one of CNK's kind of negatives is that he was such a hard worker. We were missing out on him being available for those big set shapes. So then I think they must have realized that, we don't want to change CNK. We want him to take those extra meters where he wants to take him and then do those runs. Well, so why not maybe allow RTS to do a bit more than that? And I think the cool thing too is if Tuapiki was on the other wing, he could do the vice versa.
He could do the same. He's got mad skills. Yeah,
that's right. We got 3 fullbacks if he was playing. So I love that for us, especially for support. There's no better supporter than a fit fullback. So having 3 in a team, it's a pretty good, handy place to be.
Pretty good place to be. Also, that's his first try of the season. He mentioned when he came on the potty that he hadn't got his try yet. He was a bit scared of the nudie run, but there you go, he got it. He got turned down the other week, but no, he's got that one.
Good man.
My son also mentioned his celebration. His try celly was actually the Mbappe.
What's the Mbappe?
That's Mbappe, the soccer player. That's his celebration.
Oh, yeah, true. I forget that.
So I was like, huh?
Cool.
He's like, why is Charles doing the Mbappe? I was like, oh, is that his celly? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh,
I
sweet.
didn't know this one.
Yeah, the sweet. So he's done the sweet. And he's done the grit. He's done Chance has, he done it 1 year. 2023, then he done the gritty as well.
Yeah, the gritty is good. I loved Latrell. As much as I didn't like it, I loved Latrell in this. He played an absolute blinder. And like his passes to
Johnston, yeah.
Like a lot of people, they kind of they call them marginal, because they're quite flat floaters.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I believe the game is better if that is a play on pass. But I know so many people that they say that they should definitely as forward, because I can understand too, because where he passes it to where they catch it isn't in line. But like with momentum and it's too hard to really
I think the rule states that obviously if where you initially pass, your motion is back, and if it floats forward, it's still play on. So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. And but like the try that Latrell Mitchell scored right at the end, you know how he just steamed onto a short ball running a bit of it out. I said to everyone that I know that I've spoken about the game, I don't know why Latrell doesn't do that every single game. He's so big, so strong. Like on
every
the line,
set, bro. Yeah,
like he's got better footwork. He has the ability. He knows he can score these tries. Man, if I'm a Rabbitohs supporter and I don't see that every week, I think it's a bad game from him because, especially when he was playing 5'8". Imagine catching him catching it on the run with a block shape outside you, but he just catches it full blast and you can't stop that. He runs straight over.
No, you can't.
They're tackling backwards. He's making the momentum. That was
it's
awesome
interesting.
For me,
Why doesn't that? Yeah, what? And I guess that's been a knock on him, isn't it? Because you got a player like CNK who'll churn out just effort. Then you got someone with the skill, the size, the athleticism of Trell.
Yeah.
If he just had a little bit more effort in him, I think maybe,
a bit more mongrel. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just I don't know what it is, Like, he's just got the ability to, own a game. But he seems to, be real pick and choosy when he has a crack.
I think because he can do so much, he kind of waits for these, moments to, I don't know, to, achieve
to present themselves.
Big. Yeah. Like, to do something big rather than CNK will do all these little things that create something big. Latrell's passes are incredible, and
crazy.
There's not many people that can achieve those, precision passes,
no.
long ball, 3-man cutout. Like he cut out a whole shape to hit
at ease,
for his
at
first
ease
try.
too, without even trying.
That's right. So it's like not many people can do that.
Flick of the wrist.
Yeah. He can definitely turn a game on the head, and I was really happy to get that win, and it was right down to the end. So
no, it was good. I thought. I was proud of the boys the way they stuck in there because Souths have been going good. They've been going good, so I think that's a good win. And we weren't at home, so I think our away record's stacked now, which is quite hard historically for the Warriors. So it means we're in a good place.
I think we're traveling pretty well too now.
No, we are, man. That's definitely been like to win away from home for the Warriors. It means traditionally when we've been able to do that, we've made finals. We've
Well,
done some good shit.
even our like supporters. I'm seeing so many more supporters at our away games
Travelling.
in these towns. Like I know a couple people from Brisbane that flew down. Like just I love it.
Oh, wow.
I absolutely love to see committed travellers. Yeah,
That's cool. All right, the Battle of the West. Penny Panthers get a dub. I went Eels on this. I thought, I had enough of the Penrith Panthers. When they do me like that. I thought Mitch back in the Eels. I thought he's been their talisman. I thought they might get the dub.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this game? Obviously, Casey McLean, Kiwi, he's dotted over for a try. But apart from that, not many other Kiwi performances really standing out. Thoughts on that game, mate? If you had any?
I think Nathan. I said Panthers. I think Nathan. I thought all you knew it was going to be a good matchup. Like the New South
That was
Wales
almost a flip of the
Sevens.
coin, eh?
Yeah,
It was a bit of a flip of the coin match. Yeah.
Eels are historically a bogey team for the Panthers, and when they scored first, right? Yeah, Russell. When they scored first, I was like, "Oh, this game is going to be on. Like, it's going to be close." McLean, he was really good, ran well, defended well. It was good to see him. When he kind of threw the dummy early, I was like, "Oh, it just gave me flashbacks to earlier in the season where he didn't give that game-winning try."
Yeah, the game-winning try.
So I was like, "Oh, please have a good one." But no, Nathan Cleary, I think he's he's just all-time class. They're too good. So
yes,
good game,
100%.
Good one to watch.
It was a good battle. And then skip through Roosters get done by the Raiders in the end. The Raiders love a close one, don't they?
I was surprised by this too. Like the way
I was, and then I was surprised, and then when I look back on it, the Roosters have had these performances in them, eh?
Yeah, well, that's right. And like even just watching the game, I thought the Roosters had all the control in that first half. Like Marky Mark's first try, where he loses the ball, regathers it, but every week he's just doing something.
The bro is just playing up, eh? Like he's having a laugh, eh?
I want him to switch his eligibility. Play Australia Rugby Union, but he can't play New Zealand Rugby League.
It'd be great to see him in the Fijian international team, actually.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
Right?
You reckon you're? Oh, actually,
he won't make Aussie. I mean, I think he's good enough to, but
would he?
So who you got? You've got. Well, he didn't even make Origin, so.
Yeah, but I think it's too early for him to make Origin.
Lomax.
Oh, yeah, good point. I
Be
feel
hard
like
to crack.
Australia.
Plus, you go.
Sorry.
Now you go.
I feel like they might bring him into the squad and play him one game. Something like that. Yeah, because I think because he played for Australia Union, right? So he's a committed Australian.
But he can still play for Australia if he plays for Fiji.
That's right. Forget. But I just think the way he's kind of trending. He's just an excitement machine. I
mean, World Cup maybe World Cup Aussie team next year.
Oh yeah,
possibly.
True. That's a good point. Yeah, because I feel like if you could have him in the team, you're really just. He's like when Tato first started. He was just so exciting to watch. He just ran. Now he's just like the new. What do you call that? The new kid on the block. Now the new. I don't know.
Marky Mark, new kid on the block. I see what you've done there.
When he but yeah, I would love to see him in international, and he will be incredible for Fiji if he plays. But I've just got a sneaky feeling he might do a Daniel Tupou and skip Origin and go straight to Australia.
Maybe. That's an interesting shout. If he keeps trending this way, maybe. But yeah, it'd be good, really good to see him in the Fijian jersey. I mean, but wingers are not short on. But he'd probably play centre for a Fijian. He'd probably play centre for a Fijian outfit.
Play centre, actually.
Do you know what?
Because they're hot.
I reckon a bit of fullback action would be pretty sick.
Yeah, true. Because their normal fullback, it's Jerome Buller, wasn't it?
Jerome Buller would, true. Yeah. He won't be jumping.
But he would be an incredibly athletic fullback. But I think he would probably the whole team's made up of back centers and wingers.
Wingers, yeah,
like
correct.
Kevin Nguama plays halfback.
Yeah, you got wingers playing bloody hard in the halves. But yes, in the Raiders team, I thought. I mean, go on about him every week, but I thought. Really thought Joey Taps was good. Obviously got a meat pie too. Didn't have him a multi. You did.
I didn't have him. I had him a solo. I just had him a solo.
Well done.
$50 bonus bet on him. I just love rinsing a bonus bet on shit, eh? He was paying $10 too.
What? I mean, he doesn't get
$4.50.
one every week, but he's scored this is probably the most tries he's scored in a year already, so it's overs.
Well, I was this
having a
close. I
laugh
was
there.
like, I was between him and Papali'i because Papali'i, I don't know, it was a big game or something, but I was this close. I was like, oh, Tarps, I think. I was like, Tarps is going to play more minutes, giving him more probability in my head. So I was like, yeah.
That's Kate.
Bang.
I like how you worked that out on the fly. You've done well there. Timoko and Chris also put up pretty solid numbers as well. But yeah, Joey Taps. I mean, he's having a year, isn't he?
He is. He's having an
a
absolute
year.
blinder. Yeah.
All right. Next game was that it? That was the last game, wasn't it? Yes, because we had 3 buys this week. All right. We'll move into MVKs, mate. Did you do your homework on that one? Did you have a 3, 2, and 1, and you understand how that works?
I'm still learning. I do have it. I just had forgot who my third person was. I had it in my head.
You want me to go first? Because I can. I'm prepped and ready.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. And then I won't accuse you of stealing my my
Yes.
things.
It's. I want to start with my 1 point.
Nice.
It's very rare to go a week without giving something to Aaron Clark, but I'm giving him 1 point. I thought he was great, really good, solid. It's copy and paste, like we said. So I won't go into depth because I'm saying it every week. But yes, so I thought also Joseph Tarpanier is having quite the season. I gave him my 2 points. I really think he's now the spiritual leader of that team, especially the forward pack. And yeah, he's just been on a different tier this year, that's for sure. And my 3, it goes to the man himself, the mucky man, Mr. 300 plus. Charles Nickel-Klokstad, I thought his game was impressive. Just not just the mahi, obviously he finally got over, so no undie run for the breather. And then he obviously got stuck into the treats afterwards. I seen on his Insta. He does love a bit of chocolate in that, so he's
True.
Treats, so
Chalky boy, good man.
I'll give him 3. I'll give Chansey 3. So that was my 3.
Well played.
Does that make it any clearer for you, mate?
It actually did. It lines up very well. But you might accuse me of copying you now.
That's okay.
So
I'm not Kane. That's what Kane does. Like if someone does the same, you've copied me. But I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm easy with it, man. I don't care.
Well, that's it. And you know, it just shows good form, you know.
That's right.
I'm going to go with Foyalo, the winger for Manly.
Mm-hmm.
I loved, you know, he played early in the season. Didn't have the best start, and then he's got given another opportunity, scores a hat trick, and even just the way he you know, the ball bounced out. It happened twice, which very rarely happens. Bounced out, he taps it back and regathers it. I just I love people who just give those little bits of effort and don't give up. You know, I've seen so many people. They see that the ball's about to do something, and then they just leave it. You know, and then they just give up rather than try. So I really like to see him succeed. So he gets my 1 pointer. First and second was a very close one. So I've gone Tarps like yourself because, you know, to win the game, he played a big part, not just scoring the try, but keeping the boys going through the middle and not just talking the talk. He walked the walk, scoring the meaty pie. So he gets a big old 2 points for me. And 3-pointer, almost said 1-pointer, 3-pointer is the Warriors bias himself, C&K, 342 meters. You can't deny it. Meat pie on top for a little cherry. Love the guy, love the effort. And, you know, a lot of it for me is just effort plays define who I like to pick. And C&K really does exemplify a guy who puts in the mahi to get the treats. He got the treats too, so let's go.
Yeah, he got the treats afterwards. So he's, effort is all he knows. So he's a big effort man. So, no, I like it. Great minds think alike. There you go. So breakdown on the leaderboard. Oh, you go.
Sorry. Oh no, you
you
just
go.
can't. I feel like regardless of an outcome of a game, if you can see effort, I feel like it makes it all okay. You know, if you see the boys put in effort and you lose, you can swallow it. But when you see people give up on chases, jamming it in because it's an easier option, just making, the easy way out, I get furious. So C&K, love to watch him play.
I hear you. Because any error, any error he makes is usually out of trying too hard. It's a positive.
And that's fine.
out of effort. Like
I'm
you're
all
like,
for
okay,
that.
he's just trying to like give us all for the team. When it's a lazy error, when people do that, you're like, ooh.
Yeah. Like Harry
That's when
Grant
you're
in
like-
Origin when he kicked the ball out through the middle. I was just like,
Yes.
that's not you, Harry. Why are you trying to do that? Just fuck, bro. Sorry.
He's still fuming. He's still fuming from last Wednesday. Sweet. Did you have a Kiwi moment of the round? Like, is there a Kiwi moment in particular that stood out to you?
I'm going to say Tarpany's try because I backed it for some money. So
That always helps.
show Uncle
That always
the money,
helps.
baby. Yeah, especially on a Sunday when you're done betting. Like last game of the round, that's the last bets for the
Down your
weekend.
ass.
And
You
and
just-
that's it. It's like, oh, I'm back, baby. We play
Bonus
on
bet.
next weekend.
bonus
Yeah,
bets.
bonus
you chuck
bet
it on.
too.
Chuck it on the
That's it.
boy
'Cause
Joey T.
Usually I wouldn't do a $50. Maybe every once in a while, but bonus bets, I'm like, fuck yeah.
That's a bit different.
First try score or something like that. Yeah, for sure.
But
Now, what about
$10
yourself,
for
mate?
any
Any
time.
good moments? $10
yeah,
is
so-
big, eh? I seen that. I thought, juice.
Yeah, that's way too much. I mean, he doesn't score every game, but he scored a few this year. But yeah,
That's right.
you picked well there. You've done well. For me, sorry. Mine was the CNK try. Charles Nickel clock stud. Finally getting the dub, so no more undie run for the breather. But yes, the Mbappe Sally as well. Stand on business and all that.
Stand on
No,
business.
outstanding. Stoked for the bro. It's just good to see him crossing the line. Plus, he's always got the little sallies. Because the story behind that is that his boys tell him. They tell him before the game. If he scores, that's the celebration they want, and he'll do that. So
Oh, I love that even more. That's
where
cool.
that comes from. Yeah, so that's where the Sui and the Gritty and obviously the Mbappe and all that. So
Well,
from his
someone's
boys.
got to tell me what is Luke Metcalf like? What's behind his last try celebration? You know, he scored one. He did something.
was it the time one or nah? What did he do this time?
Nah,
He gets a lot of
it was
tries.
just in the wicket. He did something. Yeah, he does actually. He's good for.
I was quite drunk in the pool
Um,
at that stage. I can't really remember it that fondly.
You're just cheering, spilling your drink in the pool. Yeah. Nah, he did something, and I didn't see much about it, so I was wondering what it replicated. But
Well,
I
anyone
just
out
love
there,
a good try celebration. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
get the
that's
sellies
right.
out there. Anyone out
Yeah,
there
so-
who knows what that Luke Metcalf one was, let us know.
Put it in the comments. Let us know.
Yeah.
DM me. You know, I want to know.
We want to know. Lukey, if you're out there.
I won't sleep
Let
until
us know.
someone tells me. Please.
But please, you got to start nailing those gimmies, my bro. Nah, that's
Please.
ratchet. That's ratchet. Accurate. No. All right. We'll go into the preview. So quick fire kind of who you think's winning and why of the next round. Round 14, that'll be. Thursday night, we got a 9:50 start in New Zealand. A bit earlier for you guys. That's a tough carry. I will not be watching that live. Knights take on the Sea Eagles. Ferg, who's winning and why, mate? And a Kiwi to
I'm
watch
gonna go-
as well.
I'm going to go Seagulls to back up another good performance. Leo Hopewade had a fantastic game, and I think they got the inclusion back of Jake Trbojevic, so solids up their middles a bit more. My boy Jazz Savaga's on the bench, and with Nathan Brown, both mongrel, both effort players, so I think they're going to be solid. They won't be lacking. And yeah, I just think Knights suck. Sorry, Knights.
Sorry, I'm on the Night Suck train as well. They might get the odd one, but they just seem to not score points. I tell you when they do seem to score points, when Sharp's at fullback. So just saying.
Not wrong.
But yeah, I'm going Seagulls for the same reason. And apparently they're starting to call, so you got Turbo, Gerbo, Burbo, and now they're starting to call Jazz Tavanga Turbo.
I feel like that's too close.
Turbo, yeah. So
Gerbo,
Turbo.
Turbo,
and Turbo.
I feel like you walk in a room, Turbo, and then they all turn. you got 5 people turn at you.
So my Kiwi to watch is Jazz Tavanga, a.k.a. Turbo. All right. The Storm take on the Cowboys, mate. Shit, Cowboys are in 6th. They're a lot higher than I kind of recall. Storm versus Cowboys. Who you got winning this one, mate?
I am backing my boys Storm. I just think they got the mental fortitude to stay on top of these teams. And I think every time people play, like people that have cracks in the armor, when they play a team like the Storm, they undo themselves. Not always Storm. Storm will just have to come out and compete and just do the basics. And I feel like the Cowboys will be trying to outplay them to try to compete
and then make
to
mistakes,
keep up with them, and make mistakes. Correct. So that's why I think Storm will just come out, play the game like the bloody training drills, just dry them out of the game. And I'm doubling down on my Pappenhausen. I had him last week as my bet of the week.
Yeah.
Doubling them down on this one to do well. But, Kiwi to watch. Jack Howarth is back. So second game back. Didn't play overly well. Defended pretty poor, to be honest. But I hope second game he'll come up a bit better. And,
Yes, okay. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Storm get this done. I think Cowboys, to beat the Storm, you have to play a whole game, and they haven't been able to. And then my Kiwi to watch is Jerome Hughes. I'd like to see him. I think with Munster and Grant and Ryan Pappenhausen playing so well, he's taken a bit more of a back seat recently as opposed to last year. But he's still playing his role very well. I'd love to see him step up and take more control of the game because I'm just a bit biased.
Nothing wrong with that. I think when push comes to shove, he steps up. So
if he needs to, and I think that's the beauty of the balance they have, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Is that if he needs to, he can. But if someone else has got the whole hand, they do that well. Where they think, if someone's on, they'll push a lot of the ball to that person. So.
And I think that it makes the most sense, I hate the most is when teams dominate an edge or dominate an area of the game, and then they go away from that. They're like, it's 46-0, and we've scored all our tries on the left wing. He's got 5 tries. Let's just start kicking it to the guy on the right. It's like, why? Why do that the next game when the right's doing well? You just stick and win. Just stick and stay. I don't even know what they're saying.
Up them because points for and against always count too at the end.
100%. It's going to decide, absolutely it's going to decide the ladder. It's going to be close.
They could decide like a home semi and whatnot.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Dolphins take on the Dragons. I've personally got... Oh, do I, though? I want to stick with the Dragons. I think I must stick with the Dragons this week. Bit risky, but this is a bit of a risky game, to be fair.
I think you're right. I think you go either way. I'm just not sold on the Dragons. I like that the Tuipulotu is back this week. Yep. So he was named last week. Got pulled out again. The money man. But they also lose Jaden Sewer. So old Luai, Leilua comes back in the start. But Hammer is now at the back for the Dolphins. So
yes, good point.
So I'm going with the old Dolphinies.
Fair enough. I can't disagree. But I'll stick with the Drags. I'll stick with the Drags personally, but it's at home for the Dolphins. So and I think for my Kiwi, I'm going to back for my bet. It will be the money man to get over.
Yeah, I would like the money man to play better. I think it'd be pretty cool to see him in a Kiwi jumper, even though it's a very, very tough jersey to get. Yeah, I just think it'd be pretty. And I think he'd really live up to it. He'd come out, he'd celebrate, and he'd give it. He'd be like a Mortalo.
Yeah, I was going to say you can't have both of them.
Big personality.
You need one of them, but you can't have both.
and that's it. And I still probably pick Mortalo, but big personality, fun to watch.
Oh, this will be a good game. The Sharks take on the Warriors, 7:30 New Zealand time. Who you got winning this one, mate, and your Kiwi to watch?
Definitely Warriors. I think it's going to be a very tough game. So I think the old 1-12 is probably a good shout in this one.
Yep.
And Kiwi to watch, I think the difference for us will be Aaron Clark through the middle. I think to win this game, we have to win the middle.
Yep.
Well, we don't even have to win the middle. We have to compete heavily in the middle. And I think Adam Fanua-Blake will be stepping up one extra leg to play against us. So I think it's going to be a close game, but I think we can get the chocolates. Probably like a 2-pointer,
Yeah.
2-pointer.
Like I said, 2-pointer. Traditionally, they've done that. Traditionally, that's gone down to the wire.
That's right.
I've got the Wires winning in a close one, like you said. Kiwi to watch, Brenton Nicoda. Probably the last couple of games haven't been his best. So most Kiwi players reserve their best for playing the Warriors. So Nicoda's my player to watch.
Let it go.
Well, the Warriors didn't pick them, so I guess they got a bit of something to prove, most of them. All right, Broncos take on the Titans. It's the battle of Brizzy, kind of. Oh, no, that's really the Dolphins, isn't it? It's a Queensland battle. Brisbane take on the Titans. Fuck, I'm thinking the Titans here, eh?
I don't mind it, and I'm very torn. And I say the same thing every week. I just like the team on paper.
It looks like the team.
Broncos. You got Pat Carrigan, you got Payne Haas, you got Adam Reynolds, Ezra Mam, Tony Staggs, Cobbo, Arthur's back on the wing, Reece Walsh. Your bench has got bloody Xavier
Wilson?
Wilson and Billy Walters. I don't know. I just feel like I feel like they'll be really. Yeah, I feel like they'll be really trying to win this one. Not like they have to
win this. No, but they have to win this.
Yeah, but then I think that the Titans are in like what's that mode where it's like they got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose. They got everything to gain. They'll be going out there to win this, to upset the crowd, and they love doing it in Brisbane too. They love coming to Suncorp, showing up, and letting everyone know that you guys aren't as good as you think you are. So I think it's going to be a close. Fuck, I don't even know. I think it could be close, but then I think it could also be a blowout. I know both Firma and Tino will be having big games. Kiwi to watch though. Arthur's baby. My boys. Oh, no, he's not. Wait,
he's
so
not
is he?
now. He is, but he's not. He is.
But he is because he hasn't played, right?
He hasn't played. So I don't know how that works. I technically don't know where he sits. So I'll give it to you.
Okay. I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to stick with him for now.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. You can have it. My Kiwi to watch in that game is... I was going to go... I'll stick with him. I'll go with Xavier Willison off the bench. Actually, no, scratch that. The other big man's got it. He's back. Is Benjamin Tikuta, off the bench. A massive human being, especially next to Xavier Willison. So two big Māori boys off the bench.
Love that.
Are the ones to watch.
That's good. I like that they're sticking with it. I think they're hopefully going to try and get the best out of Brendan Tikuta.
Yeah.
Brendan? Yeah.
So the next game we're going to look at is the Raiders, I believe, take on the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs been playing well, but I must say my second favourite team after the Warriors to watch at the moment is the Raiders. I'm just loving the way they're playing. Tough, gritty, but they also throw the ball around. And they don't do heaps of the boring shape shit.
Yeah.
They're all like run first, sort it out later. So I'm going to go in with the Raiders. Kiwi to watch is our man Joseph Tarpany. I just think he's on a tear at the moment. What about you, bro?
Going to back it up, eh?
Yeah.
I am going to go a little bit as a rough. I'm going to go the Rabbits. I like that Cody Walker's back, first game back. And
is he back this week? Oh,
partnered with Humphreys. I think that's going to be good. Jack Whiten is also back, so he'll go left centre.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So it means that they've got their actual wings where Tass is back on the wing, Johnson's back on the wing, Latrell's back. Kulumatangi back in the middle. He's in the middle again. Havili's starting at hooker. So Havili's going to be my player to watch. I will be back at him for a sneaky little meat pie straight.
He loves a little burrow through, doesn't he?
He does, especially against like a really tough team like these guys. I think they'll really be going for the forward punch. I think it's going to be a really close game, though, and I can definitely see Raiders winning also. But the way the Trail played last week, I think he'll be filthy that he didn't win, and he'll be out there. Who knows? He might even run that line twice.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine what could happen if he done that more than once.
Exactly. Imagine if he did it just every time they got into the 10.
6 tries a game. All right, next game, the Battle of the Pussycats. We've got West Tigers versus Penrith.
Wow.
13th. Interesting. The Tigers are above them. I didn't think I'd be saying this. 13th versus 14th.
That's so funny.
It's interesting.
That's actually wild.
I've been on the Penrith the whole time. So against the Tigers, I'm probably not going to get off. I think the Tigers could win this, though. But
it's the reunion of Luai versus
interesting.
Game.
That'll be a great little battle.
That's big.
It's a big. Luai will have a massive one. He loves that shit.
Absolutely, he'll compete.
But I'm going to stick. I said I'd stick with the Penrith Panthers, so I will keep sticking because they owe me a few points now. My tipping, since they haven't been winning all the time. What about you, bro?
Yeah. I think I'm with you. I think Panthers can get it done. I think but I think Luai will probably have one of his best games so far this season.
For sure.
Yeah, I really like to see Jarrell Sellison back. I am biased.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know him from Brisbane, so
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
sweet.
to see him back. But
Cool.
player to watch is going to be Sorensen. Big old Scotty.
Big old Scotty too hotty, yes. Been
Hopefully he
quiet of
runs
late.
straight
He's
over
been
Heath
good.
Mason.
Oh, surely, right?
What? Heath Mason's left? No, Heath Mason's right. What side's
Oh,
Jerome Luai?
hang on.
Jerome Luai's.
Is he left? He used to be left. Hey, with Cleary. He's still
Yeah,
left?
that's right. He used to be left. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes, I can't remember,
Well,
but
yeah, I'm
either
going to
or.
say Sorensen in hopes that he's playing over Mason. I don't overly. I think Mason's still young. We'll say that. So I think the opportunity to go straight over the top of him is a higher probability than normal.
Yeah, I see Trent Talal's on the bench and the Kiwis. He was in the Kiwi squad last year, so
True.
there's a bit to watch. I think he's had some really good games and other games where he hasn't really. Well, obviously he's just stepping into NRL, so it's good to be seeing him. Hopefully, get some more game time. Future Kiwis halves combination of some kind, having him involved. He's definitely got the skills. It's just whether he can make that step to NRL. But yeah, he's my Kiwi to watch.
Oh, true. Nice.
Sneaky one there. And then last of all, first versus 16th. Bulldogs take on the Eels at a cool stadium. I'm going the Doggies.
Big game.
Big game.
Do you reckon he's going to be a late inclusion of a Lockie Galvin? He's named extended bench.
Extended. Who do you check him in for? I just find
that's what everyone is contemplating.
I mean, they're in first position. I just think it's a weird time to be like throwing that sort of shit around. Like, you know what I mean?
Especially how much like rumors and rotation rumors that are going on about Reid Mahoney. Like, how are you in first place and allowing all
that to happen?
Because it's like it's a demon doing it, you know. It's not.
That's
like,
what I mean. I mean, it's weird.
It makes no sense, and like I can't imagine that's okay in the club room because like when you're in the changing room with all your boys, it's like you hate the idea that the guy you're playing next to, you know, working your ass off for training, sweating and bleeding for it every game, he might be getting shipped off immediately potentially. Like I think that's such a weird.
It's very weird.
So I don't know. I think the Dogs will win this, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in there, or even maybe I think at a minimum they'll put him as 18th man. I think.
I reckon that's a good shout. I think he should probably be there. But I mean, a halves combination. You're in first place.
Yeah, I know.
I find that
why
weird.
Change that?
Why would you change that? It's interesting. Very interesting.
I've always said I don't think Connor Tracy is a natural fullback.
No.
He's an incredible utility and can cover so many positions at a really high level. But in terms of actually being like a out and out fullback, you know, obviously it's hard to even have that argument because they're on top of the table. But like to be an elite fullback in the game, Connor Tracy doesn't come across your head, right? You think elite fullback?
He's not in my top yet.
He's not in like top 15 probably, you know. He just does his job, which is great. But I think, you know, there's so many rumours, you know, Matt Burton played fullback type thing. Is that the way forward? It'd be pretty, you know.
I don't know, just you're in first and you seem to be winning.
That's right.
It's just I just find it so strange. I've never seen a team in first position start doing this shit. It's crazy.
I think off season, if they sign him, it'd be great. You have the whole off season, preseason to train it. But right now, I wouldn't be changing anything. I'd be leaving Galvin to earn his position. Not earn his position, but wait in the wing until injury, cover, whatever needs to happen to be there. But
I agree. It's probably the best for him too.
Players. Yeah.
It's probably the best for him too. Like, bide his time. I mean, these halves have got them to where they are now.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
And so it's all good. One of them go down. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. He bides his time. I think it's a good place for him to be, like, kind of not be the guy yet.
And no pressure, because if he pushes Toby Sixon out, he has all the pressure.
All the pressure. He has to win every game.
Yeah, exactly. Scrutiny is at an all-time high, but if he just sits in New South Wales Cup, plays footy, and gets his time, pressure's pressure's probably 10%, nothing, next to
Yeah.
nothing. He's just
It's a great signing if that's
Yeah.
what they do. Like, he's sitting in New South Wales
Yeah.
Cup. He steps up when someone gets injured. Great for that.
And if he does well and holds the position, play on.
Then that's
Good
play on.
footy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've sorted it out for them, but yeah, it's still crazy if you ask me. For a team that's bloody winning. Anyway,
I think that,
oh no, you go.
I think the Tigers are just a little bit toxic at the moment with how that all kind of unfolded, and rather than drag out the whole season, they just said cut it here, and then Dogs just want to secure him, so they signed him now, despite all the disruptions that he could cause. And hopefully Gus is smart enough; he'll know what he doesn't want to ruin the team dynamic in the change room. So I'm sure he'll probably play it like we said.
All right. Sweet. We'll move into the best bets part. We brought you with the help of that Kiwi punter. His best bet for best Kiwi bet for the weekend is what's he done here? Best bet is Mulitalo up against DWZ. I agree. I think our boy Dallin does like to jam, so which could leave Mulitalo out open air. Value bet is Jazz Knights have been weak in the middle, so Jazz Turbo Tavanga to score. This is value bet. Did you have a best? Sorry.
Wait, can you elaborate on the Jazz Tavanga to score?
Yeah, is his value bet.
How much is he paying? Like $13.
It'll be a lot because he's off the bench.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a value. So there you go.
Oh, love it. Good on him.
Did you have a Kiwi best bet? Is there a Kiwi out there that you thought would be was your best bet for the weekend?
Kiwi best bet's a good one. I did think of something beforehand. I've got two Kiwi best bets that I would like, and they're playing each other. So I'm going to go Moali for the Rabbits. I've got a little soft spot for him. I don't know why.
You do.
I don't know
that.
why. It comes up every
You can't
time.
get off, though. You can't get off.
I've lost more than I've won, and I'm not ashamed to say it. But also Tarpany in the same game. I've got to run it back. He's when goal strikes, you don't just stop digging. You keep digging.
No,
so
you keep going.
Tarpany, backing that up. Those two boys in together. I might even put like a fiver
That's juicy.
together as well as
that'll be juicy. Yeah, that'd be nice.
For sure.
All right. Well done. Okay.
What about you? Did you have one?
Oh yeah, shit on me. So I really like that
the host of the show.
I really like the Mulitalo shout. It's night till we love our boy Dal. He loves jam, man. He loves to jam. He jams more than the old peanut butter sandwich. He just loves it. I can see that happening. So I can see a KL Edo Mulitalo taking advantage of that. Possibly. So even
Sorry.
There you go.
Is KL Kiwi? I know he's Cook Islander, but is he eligible?
Yeah. He's eligible. His dad's his dad and his uncle both played for New Zealand, so
awesome.
They were born in New Zealand. So yeah, he's definitely eligible. He's come out, hasn't really said yes or no, so we still include him. So yeah, I'd probably go. My best and maybe value would be the KL Edo and Mulitalo multi again. I think
the double.
and it's or just multi Mulitalo and Edo with a Waz win that would pay quite nicely. I think the Waz will still win.
That was like a 1-12.
Yeah, that should be good. I think the Waz will get there, but I think those two might have a bit of joy on what seems to be the edge that we seem to have a bit of trouble.
I think that's a good shout. I might even add that to a multi. I haven't thought about it yet, but as a, I don't know if you guys have the markets, but it's like either person to score.
Oh yes, yep, we have that. Yeah, either to score.
So, so I think that's a good shout because obviously sometimes when it's when it's playing your own team, you don't really want to back too many people.
That's right. Yeah.
So I like the idea of either because you're right. I think Dalen does love the jam, and I think we will concede at least one try on that edge. Which one? I don't know.
That's a good shout. If you want to play it a bit safer, you could do. I think we have it one or more tries combo in New Zealand. So, one or more tries for those two. Yeah. I mean, it always pays well if you can get. I love to do a Kiwi player on the other team against the Warriors to score and the Warriors to win.
That's cool.
So I've got it quite often.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Nicourt is going to crash over. I think we're quite good in that defensively. So.
Yeah.
But maybe one of my wider multis.
Yeah.
I might, or even just I'll just do a separate one with Nick Quarter to score and the Warriors to win. Probably that'll be my other one.
I can imagine Jordan Rapana would have scored you, would have made you a bit of money against us in the day.
Yeah, Jordan's good. Nick Quarter's been good. Ice Papa he scores against the Warriors quite a bit.
He does. That pisses me off.
In all those games I've got them like we've won, but they've scored, so it's a win-win.
That's it. As long as it's a win-win. No good.
Yeah. No, so that'll be me. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. We've been the Kiwi NRL podcast. He's still got the fireworks.
Bro,
I still don't know how to.
I've got all this stuff, hey.
I don't know how to turn that on. I just thumbs up. I get nothing. I'm the one paying the bloody subscription. Whereas
it's an Australian thing.
Australian only option. But no, shout out to Ferg. If they wanted to follow some more of your content and just follow you in general, bro, where do they find you?
So you'll find me in Brisbane if you want to follow me around. Otherwise, online, you can find me on the bench.sport Instagram. And if you like a bit of golf and a lot of Guinnesses, follow me on fergie.golf. Love drinking beer and playing golf as well as watching footy. It's,
I mean,
my dream.
Those are all things you should probably like. So it makes sense.
Who
doesn't like that stuff? Who does not like that stuff? But anyway.
Loser.
Yeah. Hey, how good, just quietly. Now, do you think the Happy Gilmore 2 is going to be as good?
No. It'll never be as good.
It's never as.
I just hope it's not bad. That's what I hope.
That's true. It doesn't have to be as good. It just needs to be good enough to watch, to get through.
Because, I reckon people who watch Happy Gilmore now won't like it as much as we liked it when it came out, you know? It's always that kind of nostalgia factor of happy, you know?
Massively.
But, yeah, I do love it.
I'll be interested to watch. I'll be interested to watch it. I can't wait to see it. Anyway, to follow us with the Kiwi NRL podcast. So if you're listening, you haven't followed us on Instagram, what are you doing? Kiwi NRL podcast. Get over there.
What are you doing?
You're probably, you're doing no good. You're just playing with yourself. TikTok. We're on there as well. Facebook for the boomers. You can follow us as well. YouTube as well for the video, for the sound, for the audio, for your tardingers. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. And give us 5-star ratings and all the good shit.
Subscribe. I think the YouTube's actually really enjoyable. I put it on when I was working from home the other day. You and Sammy last week. It was awesome. It's cool watching
thanks,
it.
man.
Like watching you guys talk. I noticed you got real white teeth. I was like, man,
I do.
got some really white.
Really white.
You needed a sponsor from your dentist.
I haven't seen one in years. Like if I actually open my mouth, it'll be.
Oh, true. Don't say that. Now you won't get a sponsor.
I mean. Well, they might sponsor my teeth journey. Who knows?
From good to perfect.
Yeah. All right. No, thanks for that, mate. If you do actually like the shit we're doing, review us, like us, all that good shit. Subscribe. Tell your friends. But as always, it's always up the wires. Let's give them a taste of Kiwi. And yes, let's go. Up the wires.
Let's go.
You know what it takes, and you're ready today. Take them all on. You got the measure of your man, and you know that you can go all the way. Give it to him. Yeah, give him a taste. Give it.